I'm going to discuss 5 types of behaviour that some caregivers may normalise. However, these kind of behaviours need to be addressed as these may not be the safest way for your dogs to behave, especially around other people or animals. So this is not to blame anyone or finger point, but rather to educate on how to address or improve those kind of behaviours. So I'm going to start with one of the most common ones, when some people may say, my dog's recall is absolutely fantastic as long as there are no distractions. But when there are distractions around, the dog loses its recall completely. What that means is your dog's recall is probably far from fantastic, and when that reliable recall is really required, there is no recall. So what that means is your dog is running up to people, to other dogs. This may quite often be found threatening. Some people may be scared of dogs. Some other dogs may not be happy to be approached because they, for example, are reactive, and that can result in dog fights, aggression, and unnecessary emotional or physical damage to the public. The second type of behavior is excessive pulling on lead at the beginning of a walk or around certain triggers or distractions. And again, this is not normal. This type of behavior requires our support and guidance, so our dogs can learn how to manage their emotions around certain situations and learn skills to help them reduce that excessive pulling, because otherwise what ends up happening is either caregivers suffer from injuries, or dogs may suffer from injuries too for excessive pulling if this happens years and years on and on. And the next behavior on our list is jumping up. So I've heard before some people saying, oh, you know, other people don't mind if my dog jumps up because she or he is so cute. Well, yes, people do often mind if your dog jumps up because, for example, they are scared of dogs and they would prefer to have their personal space. Some people may just simply go to work and want to remain in clean clothes rather than a muddy dog jumping on them. At the end of the day, we don't even need to explain why we don't like being jumped by dogs, because this simply shouldn't happen. Another type of behavior is when our dog approaches other dogs to say hi on the walks. This should really be addressed because most dogs find intimidating when another strange dog is approaching them. They don't understand their intention, and quite often they can get defensive or simply traumatized. So in this situation, it would be really good to practice some dog neutrality, especially in busy cities or parks. We live in Bristol where there are many dogs everywhere, and redirect attention towards us and reward that behavior rather than just shouting, don't worry, my dog is friendly, he or she wants to play. And finally is resource guarding. So I've met many people who perceive resource guarding behavior and aggression as protection. So many people misunderstand that resource guarding means something positive. The dog is protecting me, protecting the toy. But in reality, your dog is resource guarding, and quite often this behavior may escalate to aggression towards other dogs or people, and definitely need to be addressed before this happens.